fat ass? That's Bald Guy. We're here to talk some shit. We're here to talk about some football, all the cuts happening in the football world, not to mention baseball apparently got involved with the waiver wire too. A bunch of them got involved in waivers.
Lucas
Jonathan Taylor is still a Colt, but he's on the PUP list. So yeah, that's fun.
I've been good. I've moved. I'm getting a couch on Friday, so by next week. Yeah, I will have a couch back here.
A fancy couch.
Yes.
Although, is it going to be actually behind you, or is it going to be to your side? Because you got the TV behind you.
Yeah, well, I have a TV. So today I actually finished the install. I actually have 2 TVs. So I'll show you guys. There's a TV up here.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that.
It's like a preseason rerun.
Yeah, and then behind me, I have the main room TV. So there'll be a couch here. So I decided with this setup in this apartment, this downtown apartment, that I needed a living room. And I don't really care what my background's going to look like. I guess John Gannon has been hired just to do that. Like, this poor son of a bitch, like, he's going to be like Steve Wilkes or something, where he's going to throw in a 2-win season and get fired and never become a head coach again.
Gannon? I mean,
yeah,
dude, I felt he was a lot of red flags, like, when I hired him. It's like, dude, with all the shit in Philly, it's like, you really brought in this guy? Okay. Yeah. Oh, by the way, if you're looking at 2020 flops, Noah Igbenogany got traded to Dallas. Also, big news, Bailey Zappi, the future of New England Patriots football for all of 3 weeks, has been waived. Patriots only have 1 QB on their roster because Malik Cunningham, like the darling of the preseason, got waived. So
it's Mac Jones or nobody?
Pretty much. Well, they could always get Brian Hoyer. They have a few free agents.
Trevor Siemian. They could pick up Siemian.
They could always trade for Trey Lance.
Stidham is is Stidham on a roster?
Yeah, Stidham's on the Raiders, I think.
Yeah, he's the backup. So there were some. Jake Luton got cut today.
Jake Luton's still in the league?
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Jake Fromm.
State Farm. He actually did okay in the preseason. Will Greer, I didn't know he was still in the league.
Yeah, the Giants cut after his preseason debut. The Italian guy.
The Italian guy, huh?
It's the Italian guy. Oh, it's a Tommy DeVito. Who do you cut out of those 4?
Nylander, Matthews, Marner, and Riley.
Yeah.
Who's probably Nylander. Well, probably Nylander.
Nylander is better than
He's
Marner?
Not the worst player. It's just this situation. Marner is a really solid player. You don't.
Marner's good. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, Marner. I like Marner better than Nylander, and that's nothing against Nylander. But the problem is he's going to want over $10 million a year, and Toronto can't afford it. I'm here.
Are you sad because Bob Barker died?
Yeah, I'm sad. I'm trying to sort out for something. I was trying to get the clip of Happy Gilmore with Bob Barker beating the shit.
That was the greatest clip of all time. I don't want a piece of you. I want the whole thing. Yeah, he's a legend. Like, you would be. I just remember watching the what was the skit? What was your favorite Price is Right skit? Mine was the yodeler.
The Matterhorn.
Yeah, and he would just.
Yeah. I mean, it had to be Plinko, dude. It had to be Plinko.
Plinko was great. And I remember one time, some dude, or I think someone bid correctly on on their showcase. They got it within $100, and they won both showcases for that.
Lerner has been looking to sell since last year.
Yeah,
Plus, Lerner's dead. Like, the family just wants to get rid of it. Somebody's gonna buy the team.
Yeah, Josh Harris might buy it.
Maybe
he's moving in on DC.
I'm trying to think. I know he could use a baseball team. Because the Phillies probably aren't selling. He just have the Devils, the Sixers, and the Commies. Mm-hmm. Well, if they don't change their name, they're the Commies.
Yeah, he's going to change it back to the Redskins.
He should. It'd be hilarious. That'd be the ultimate fuck you to Dan Snyder.
I would probably come. I would probably
I think we all would, dude.
Yeah, I would make a 15-minute video about the failures of Dan. Like, I would make another Dan Snyder video.
I mean, honestly, just be 10 minutes of me laughing nonstop. That's what it would be. And then everyone would say, it's like, this is fake laughter. It's like, no, it's dead serious. It's real.
No, it's very real.
Trust me. Have you seen me laugh for 10 minutes straight? Yes,
I have.
You have.
I have.
Yes.
When Kadarius Toney was picked. And as the networks and others slobber NASCAR's knob about next-gen safety, I lit a candle for that, which came off of Ryan Priest's car. A small, unimportant things like the roof hatch and window net, which combined to expose his head. Yeah, that was an ugly wreck. Also, he got airborne. Like, none of the flaps came up either. Like, I guess, you know, they really couldn't prevent him going down on the apron and catching the lip right there. But I expected the safety flaps to come up to ground him, and they didn't. He just, that was scary. Whoa, we just got a hundo.
Oh no, let's get out the Jeebus. You people are crazy, and I love you for it. Hail the Jeebus. Hail for the waiver clause.
The Jeebus.
And hail for whatever the show is.
Up yet in the.
It'll come up.
Let me try to refresh this real quick and see if it fixes streaming.
Well, in the meantime, I'll keep going here with Alan Nadeau. Tree, would you be happy if Pitt went 11-6, only to get stomped by Miami, Kansas City, Jacksonville in the wildcard round, as long as Pickett and company improve? Alan, I'd be happy with 11-6. I would not be happy with the playoffs getting crushed.
And now it's fixed. You have to refresh, but it'll kick you out of the studio. So
you kind of sound like a robot now, but I will. Okay, I'll see you, buddy.
Different? Yeah, you sound a little different too. Tree's gone. How's the audio sound, guys? How's it sound? Does it sound better? Does it sound worse? Does it sound gay? Does it sound gay? Does the audio sound gay? Oh, the audio went to shit?
Yeah, the audio did go to shit. You were fine until you refreshed.
Hold on. Let me make sure it's the right microphone. Oh, that's why. Never mind.
Did they change your microphone on you?
Yes.
I hate
How's that
shit.
sound?
Much better. Because they changed it on you.
Do I sound better? Yes. Sorry.
Yeah, much better.
It changed to AirPods instead.
I don't know why.
Okay.
Now, what do they do with the AirPods?
It's going better. It's just tough. We're almost fully done.
It's closing date in a few weeks, I take it.
For the house and for the divorce. Like, it's all happening at once. So it's I mean, in a lot of states, like, you can divorce in 60 days, you know. This one is, and that actually would have been better for me. Like, I was ready to divorce when I told her. Now I still want to get divorced, don't get me wrong, but, like, I guess, you know, emotionally it's been harder as it's gone on than I thought it
you
would.
Still have stuff that reminds you of her. I'm trying to think. It could be the Chiefs, because they do have a hole with Chris Jones.
They do, but I think both of those situations need to be resolved by their own teams. I think the Chiefs will pay Chris Jones, and I think that the Niners cannot trade Bosa. They will sign him.
They don't have the. Do they have the cap though?
They just got rid of Trey Lance, you know, who was still on his rookie deal. They'll get rid of. They'll find some space. The cap is a fallacy. The cap is nothing. They bring out some Traeger grill or some shit, and you'd be like, I don't know, $2,000, and they'd be like $60.
Oh, 600.
Right. And there was always that.
That's $2,000. You're buying a not really nice Weber grill with that. Not
what's the purgatory called, where they take everybody in the beginning and you have to bid on whatever the showcase item is before you even get on stage with Bob? That's like.
Like the preliminary round, I think, is like a thing you have to give away, and then you have to, like, either be closest to it, I think.
Right. And there was always that one asshole that thought he was smarter than everyone.
It was like $1, like he always did it over, and it's like he did $1, and then it's like 500, 501, and then 502, and then the retail price is like 450. The person who bet 500 wins. Of course.
That's what happens when is there no more valuable commodity on this earth than being a hot chick? Like.
Well, I mean, it's privilege, brother. Right. Privilege is the key.
Think about it. Some CEO from Goldman Sachs builds his business up to $300 million, and he marries some chick, and they get divorced, and she gets half his shit. Think of all the shit that he had to do to build that business, all the backstabbing and deals and fucking crap that he had to do, and smartness and cleverness, and then they get a divorce, and she gets $150 million, and all she was hot.
Ball for 10. Shocker of the 2023 season. Raiders beat out the Cardinals for the Tank Bowl, and Josh McDaniels remains as head coach. I believe that because the Raiders are too poor. They're too cash poor. Their money's all tied up in Bank of America. They can't afford to fire.
Right. Imagine if you had Josh McDaniels level job security, I would be going for it on every like 4th and 15, 4th and 20. I'd be playing it like it was Madden. Like I would not care. I would be running trick plays. I would make a mockery.
You got out of a terrible John Gruden contract and put yourself in an equally terrible Josh McDaniels contract.
We had someone in IT just filter for racist words in all of his emails, right?
Yeah, it's just like throw out FAG,
right,
NIG, just NIG. You don't even have to do the whole word.
Black,
like just those.
Black, right.
Yeah, monkey. Yeah, that one will do.
Filter all results.
KIK, you don't even have to do the E, just because it's just like every offensive word you can think of, and it'll just be like, oh no, he said terrible words.
He found gold.
What a piece of shit.
He found gold when he filtered on lips, just the word lips.
Yeah, not lips, it's just like, well, he just said like FAG, that's all he has to do. Like, it's just like, oh wow, Gruden said this, throw it to the New York Times, let's go.
Racist shit. Like, dude, have you ever gone through and searched your own Twitter just to make sure that you haven't said anything awful?
Well, I mean, I've deleted a couple that have lost the context, but for the most part, it's one of them tried to do a gotcha with me with an EDP quote, so it's yeah. And I said like that's an EDP quote. That was not
lyrics. You had to search for song lyrics. I think I had made something. I had said like. It wasn't racist, but I'd use like the word black. Like,
well, it's probably 2016. Yeah. Fucking stupid, because most people aren't really saying it as a homophobic slur. People are just saying it as like piece of shit. That's all it's always felt it was.
Yeah, but it is. Now that
it is.
The context of the word is bad.
We all knew the context of it back then too. Let's not pretend.
I'm just saying. Okay, look. For me as an Asian person, right? If people were throwing the word CHINK, which I can't even say. Like I am Asian. I have full license to use the word. That.
Well, that's a difference though, because
right. But if there was a time where everyone was just saying that as a joke, like I would be offended by that. Like I mean, dude,
were you around in the 30s and 40s, dude? They were doing that shit all the time. Trust me, we're gonna do our Tom Brenneman Man of Faith. It's like I find myself as a man of faith. And oh, by the way, Beast of Metal just donated $100. Here's to Jeebus Bomb. Praise to Jeebus. So be a 4-0 ball game. Oh, by the way, I don't know if I'll be putting on this headset again, whether it be by YouTube or Twitch or whatever.
And he hasn't. Tom Brenneman is a talent, but he had to go and drop
I think he's in Mexico
on a hot mic. Yeah.
Well, that dumbass assumed he didn't assume the hot mic is always hot.
Yeah, that's canceled. We are the same people off the air that we are on the air. I will say that.
Of course. Well, I mean, there's no point in faking a personality because people see through that shit.
I'm not gonna be like, hey, we should. Are you going to the Tards game later off the air? Like, no, we're the same in front of the camera that we are off of it.
Here you are saying it's offensive, and you just said it right there.
Terrible fucking people.
You said we're terrible people 5 minutes ago, dude.
Right, but that doesn't make us cancelable. We're just awful people. Like I don't know what you want me to say.
Say cancel. It's like do this on Clickbait on Thursday.
My son
dude, Tom would be mortified.
Right. Yeah, Tom
would be like, yeah, let's do this. Let's go, dude. I edited porn. This is nothing.
Yeah. Tom would immediately disassociate with this. He's like, guys, I have to leave.
Yeah. It's like, this is not freaking fracking game day. I'm peeing for the D, and then he just leaves.
Okay, if your brand is to be like Martha Stewart or someone who's like super wholesome, and then you do something out of character and drop an F-bomb or do something, then you get canceled because your audience doesn't expect you to do that. You did something out of the norm. But we're pieces of shit from the moment that we snap this that we start the show. So like, it's not really off brand for us to be pieces of shit.
Nick Kovac, Tree's a female, the pistress. Ooh. I could put on the dominatrix suit and just like, you've been a bad boy. It's time to get pissed on, you stupid teen.
Yeah, the pistress.
I could get some really bad gimmick with that. Although now I feel like I'm Jim Sterling and I have bad images in my head.
On him like it's Abu Ghraib and shit, and he's just underneath there trying to breathe, and he's like, he's got like a safe word. And he's
What the
like, Montana, give me fuck.
The Pistress would absolutely poop on OBJ. Oh no. No, I would be called the Scat Man.
Oh, someone's a Lisa Ann type guy. Yeah.
Yep, Arrow Flambe on an actual wholesome note. I noticed the decoration by the mug. Yes, I do have one. This was given to me by a fan. I do have a P.O. box, oddly enough. He got me one of these, I believe it's an ornament from Fall Guys. We're not even drinking. That's the worst part.
Yeah, I know. It's not like...
Because usually, like, you remember the draft stream, we were both pretty shit-faced, and suddenly it all went off the rails. This isn't even a drinking stream.
I know. I started asking you, like, what your favorite search terms were, or if you...
No, you were asking, like, what my body count was.
Yeah,
you told that to Tom and Dodge, you fucking moron.
What is your body count?
My body count sucked my fucking dick. How's that sound?
You don't want to admit your body count here?
I don't give a shit. I don't even know my body count.
You haven't counted it up?
No, I lost track.
Oh, you lost track? Oh, look at that humble
No, I mean,
brag.
like, I have to literally think about it. You ever think about that? Jesus.
16 first dates. And... Hold on, was that one?
Right guy, I do not have a child. Thank God for that.
Yeah, 16 first dates. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 second dates. So
I thought you were going to go from Sweet 16 to Elite 8.
No, I'm above average. So 5 divided by 16, I think that's 290.
Maybe they just had pity on you.